Hey guys, Ryzen here, and the draft ended yesterday, so I'm going to talk about the Patriots draft picks. Overall, it was a pretty solid draft. The one big surprise, they did not take a tight end at all. That's weird. I don't know why they would do that. There are reports apparently that they are looking to sign Benjamin Watson if they can get him to come out of retirement. That would be helpful. If they could do that. Otherwise, they're stuck with Safarian Jenkins there, who has basically spent his entire career injured. So, could be good, could not be. Who knows? They also have, who else they have as tight ends? I know they got, I got it somewhere here. Yeah, Hollister, obviously. Ryan Izzo might make the team this year. They got Steven Anderson, Matt Lacoste, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but he could make it too. So who knows who their starting tight ends will be. Hollister will probably make the team.
He was on the team this year. He was just hurt.
I know, but I'm interested to see Izzo, see what he can do. And Jenkins, obviously, but who knows? Anyway, I have the picks here somewhere. So their first pick was wide receiver N'Keal Harry. It's the first time they picked a wide receiver in the first round since Terry Glenn. I believe that was back in '92.
It's the first round pick that they picked a receiver since Bill has been the head coach.
This was before Bill's time.
So it's been a long time.
So here's the thing. N'Keal Harry is basically Josh Gordon with less experience. Very big guy. Doesn't run the best routes. However, he makes extremely contested catches very effectively. He's had pretty much Odell Beckham-like catches in college. Doesn't create a lot of space, but very productive deep threat. He can essentially catch himself open, which is pretty good. So I think it's an excellent pick. I mean, they were really using Gronkowski on that role after Josh Gordon had his addiction issues. So, and Gronk's not really that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great pick, and we'll see. Especially if Josh Gordon is able to come back, and you have both of them there.
That's the big question.
That would be fantastic. But even without it, you have Edelman in the middle. Austin could make the team this year.
True.
As another slot receiver, sort of their Amendola. We'll see. And,
he did look good last year.
He was excellent in preseason. And we'll see if, Dorsett will probably be maybe the fifth option. I don't know. But they did re-sign Dorsett. He had a pretty productive postseason for him. So,
yep.
We'll see. Very tall, athletic guy. So, second pick was Jovan Williams, who I'm surprised did not go in the first round. They did trade up to get him. He is very good from what I've seen.
Why do you think they picked him?
He was one of the two guys they were the most interested in.
Why though? They're pretty solid with corners.
Because he's a taller corner, and they haven't had a tall corner since Brandon Browner.
So do you think he would take not Gilmore, but J.C. Jackson is considered the number 2. So do you think he would play over him in scenarios?
Their number 2 varies depending on matchups. They wanted a matchup corner, and that's what Jovan Williams is capable of. So, if you go against a Julio Jones that is very tall, you could use Williams to more effectively double those kinds of situations. Or like when they played the Seattle Seahawks in that Super Bowl, and there was Chris Matthews, and they used Brandon Browner to take him away. He would be playing similar situations.
Right.
So he's made very contested interceptions. He got 4 last year, and 2 of them he just ripped them out of the guy's hands. So
yeah,
he's very strong, very athletic, great at press coverage, and capable of man and zone. So very versatile player. Bill loves versatile players. So
that's what they always get.
Which is why it's so weird that they actually picked the wide receiver first, because college wide receivers are not versatile typically.
No.
But I think Josh Gordon kind of convinced them. So I think 2 excellent picks.
I don't know how you can see comments. I'm trying to find them.
I don't know how to see the comments.
You just keep talking. I'll look. No, they're not back there.
Okay. Third pick, Chase Winovich. explosive defensive end. Probably will make the team. I think it's a good pick. Got great technique. Not the fastest guy. I guess you're going to have to go to the video manually, which is weird, but whatever. I guess they removed that feature.
YouTube changed, at least for this, they changed how comments work.
So I guess you have to go onto the actual video itself to see it. Or you can.
Well, I see the comments live if it's paused.
Video itself. No, you got to mute your. There you go.
Okay. Just keep talking.
Okay. Anyway, Chase Winovich. They have quite a few defensive ends that are solid. I mean, they brought in Michael Bennett to replace Trey Flowers. They have Dietrich Wise, who's pretty good. John Simon. So I don't know how much playing time Chase will get, but solid pick, good player. And then they picked a running back, Damien Harris, also a third-round pick. Winovich was the 77th pick. This is the 87th pick. They gave one away to trade up to get Williams in the second round. That was the 45th pick. Obviously, the first one was the 32nd pick because it was Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
So pick 87, Damien Harris. This is a pick that is weird to me because they have good running backs. Obviously, you have Stoney Michel. You have I think Jeremy Hill should come back.
Yep. We'll see. I mean, he did his injury in the preseason.
You have Rex Burkhead and who's the other guy? James White.
And Brandon Bolden, but he'll probably just play on special teams,
Bolden's
right?
More of a special teamer. Yeah, they brought him back. Will Harris make the team? Maybe. He's actually a pretty versatile running back.
Found it.
He's capable of catching the ball. He's a great pass blocker. That's the kind of guy they like. So he could be a short yardage running back. Doesn't have a ton of speed, but versatile guy. And can catch the ball here and there and block well. So overall, a solid pick, even though I don't think they should have picked a running back, but whatever. That's another thing about Harry is he can block well.
Right.
Big guy. So, I mean, it depends on the Patriots. Usually they're a spread offense kind of team, but obviously they've been more of a power running football team recently. I don't know what this cat needs to do, but she's knocking everything over, and she's annoying. So still the third round, offensive tackle Yadne Kajust. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but
he's from West Virginia.
He's a pickup that needs some technique work, but they have Dante Scarnecchio, so he is. I mean, they needed another tackle because who knows how Isaiah Wynn's going to be? Who knows? I mean, they lost Trent Brown. You had to pick a tackle at some point. He's a solid pick. He's a great run blocker. Definitely could use work with his technique. So, but he could be a backup swing tackle. And Scarnecchio is a genius, so he could pretty much take anybody. Then they picked a guard in the fourth round, Hjalte Froholt, who's Danish. He'll be competing with Ted Karras for the interior backup. He's more of another guy they need to work on technique. He's a good pass blocker. Needs to work on his run blocking technique. So we'll see what they do with him, whether or not he'll even make the team over Ted Karras, because probably only one of them will.
Right.
And overall, solid pick. He's a cheaper option than Karras if he's better. So we'll see. And again, Scarnecchio is the best defensive line coach in football, so he can pretty much work with anybody. Then they picked a quarterback, which is weird because they have that Danny Etling. But Jarrett Stidham is a more pure pocket passer, so it makes sense rather than having a guy that is a better runner.
Yeah.
And this is just not the kind of offense they run.
No.
If they're going to run the ball, they're going to run it power run. So could he finally be the guy to back up Brady and to be his successor? Maybe. He seems like a solid player. He's the 133rd pick, by the way, in the 4th round. So you want a pocket passer? They picked a pocket passer. It's a good pick. I think they also signed his favorite target as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch that they
brought in. Ryan, I think his name is.
I have no idea.
Anyway, they also picked another defensive end, Byron Cowart. Probably won't make the team. They have a lot of defensive ends, but
another option.
Again, needs technique work. So, and he's going to have to work quickly on that if he's going to make the roster, because they just have so many options that are solid pass rushers. Plus, Hightower's a solid pass rusher too.
Yeah.
So, and he's got to compete against Winovich up here. Yeah. So, 5th round, 163rd pick. Cowart was the 159th, so they had 2 picks almost back to back. They picked Jake Bailey, a punter. It makes sense because Ryan Allen's on his last year of his contract. If you can get a cheaper option for punter that's just as good, do so. Bailey is also more versatile because he can do some kickoffs. He's a very strong punter. But the thing is that the Patriots don't often punt from way back. They usually punt around midfield. So he's going to have to work on his accuracy.
Yep.
Punting the ball within the 10-yard line. That is something that Ryan Allen is fantastic at, and which is why Ryan Allen always ends up beating out whoever they pick to try to succeed him.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried it last year
with
that Bojorquez guy, and he couldn't do it. So we'll see. I mean, it's a smart pick. It's a late round pick. You might as well pick up a punter if your punter's on the last year of his contract. And then basically the last pick, irrelevant cornerback, Caleb Wilson, developmental back. But he's got some skills that they can use maybe, but he'll probably just be a practice squad guy.
Yep.
I don't know too much about him, but typically 7th round picks don't amount to much unless you're Julian Edelman.
Right.
So overall, it was a good draft class for the Patriots. They addressed a lot of needs except for tight end. Probably should try their best to see if they can convince Benjamin Watson to come out of retirement.
Is he still healthy and able-bodied to play?
Yeah, theoretically, yeah. I mean, he was a very good tight end. You only need him for a year if you can get him. Otherwise, hope that Jenkins is going to finally not have an injury or finally have an injury for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a chance that Jenkins is a very great player that just never had the chance because he's been hurt all the time.
True.
And that's what the Patriots are banking on. So we'll see. I mean, of these players, obviously Harry, I want to see play. Williams, I'd like to see Winovich. And I'd like to see
Winovich. There's no V at the beginning.
That's what I said.
You said Winovich.
I said Winovich.
No.
Whatever. Those are the top 3 that could contribute to the team. I think they picked Harris more so because they had that time when they were just really banged up at running back. I mean, Cordell Patterson was their running back for a while.
Yeah.
They don't want to get in that situation again.
No, definitely.
I mean, Patterson's not even there anymore. And I'd like to see maybe how Yadney does in preseason because could be a solid swing tackle.
Yeah, and I just want to see the guy from Denmark play because I just want to see him play because he's got a cool name. And I don't even know if that's the right way to pronounce it.
I don't know how you pronounce it either, but
apparently his teammates just call him Denmark.
He could be very, very good. We'll see if he beats out Ted Karras. I mean, the thing is, it's hard for any of these guys to beat out other offensive linemen because Scarnecchio takes horrible offensive linemen and turns them into the most overpaid players in football. I mean, look at Trent Brown.
Yeah.
Guy was garbage for so long.
Yeah.
Now he's the highest paid left tackle in football.
Yep.
It's just the guy's incredible. And we'll see how Stidham does in preseason as well. So, granted, Brady will probably play till he's 75 years old. So, No, Brady's probably got 3 years most.
We'll see we'll see what
Who
happens.
knows? And Jake Bailey try to beat out Ryan Allen. Good luck with that.
So if you had to give the overall draft class a grade like this website's giving, what would you give it?
I give him an A.
We don't watch college football, so when they draft guys, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I have to research
we
who
don't
they are.
We don't really watch college
highlights and stuff like that.
Because if we were to watch college, there's no college team around us except Syracuse. They're like the only ones. So
Well, plus, it's a lot of time investment to watch multiple leagues.
yeah, to watch all of them like right now, there's baseball, there's basketball, there's hockey, there's all these sports going on.
If we were to follow every single Boston team, it would be the Red Sox. It would be, the Celtics, the Bruins, and
it's a lot.
Talking about a lot of games, especially. And then if
you throw in the college teams,
Yeah.
there's BU, there's Boston College, there's Harvard, there's all these teams there too. So
especially,
I don't know how people follow it all. Or how they
especially
dedicate
the number
time.
of games in baseball and hockey and football. Not football and basketball.
Yeah,
It's
a lot.
There's 16 games in football. That's manageable.
Yeah.
Watching 180 baseball games and analyzing them, it's just not realistic.
We can't even watch all of them anyway because we work. So it's not like we're around all the time when they have all the games during the day.
Yeah, and that's another problem is that, other sports they play every day. They don't play just on Sundays or Monday nights or something.
Yeah.
There's those 1 o'clock games on, Wednesday.
Yeah, and even for baseball too, like the Yankees are playing San Francisco.
Yeah,
right.
It's an early game.
It was a 10. They play at 11 o'clock at night when they're on the West Coast. If they're late games, so
it's a late game.
It's even like
Boston had an earlier
if the
game.
Patriots played, I don't know, the LA Rams, it could be a super late game. The times are all weird.
Yeah, if they played a primetime game, it would be 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so those games are really tricky to follow, at least for us.
Speaking of the Red Sox, what the hell? Why do they suck?
I don't know. The Rays are better.
They got. I know, and that's the Rays. The Rays couldn't beat anybody.
They're significant. If you look at their records right now, the Rays are the Red Sox don't even have a 50-50 record.
No, they're 6 games under 500. Yeah, they're terrible. I don't know what is going on. And the Yankees fielding guys off the street and winning against everybody.
Pretty much.
What the hell is going on? Other than I guess Sanchez is the one guy that's not hurt.
Well, he just came off the list.
Yeah, well,
and he just hit a boomer grand slam the other night.
It is just bizarre. These Red Sox have the most stacked roster in baseball, and they can't beat anybody. But the Bruins might win.
We'll see.
The championship, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that's enough talk about.
That's enough
randomness.
about the draft class. We'll see what happens with the season. It's pretty tough to win again. They've made 4 Super Bowls in the last 5 years, won 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's just at a certain point, it's unrealistic to expect them to just continue to win and win and win.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it does have to end, right? Theoretically.
It has to.
Maybe.
I think when Brady retires, we'll experience some hurt and pain for a little bit.
Well, they have for 50 years.
Yeah.
They were terrible for a long time.
So I think we'll experience that again at some point.
Yeah, well, every team has their terrible issues. But the other thing I'm looking forward to this season is watching how bad the Browns are with all the talent in the world. So we'll see what that happens. But anyway, we'll end this here. This is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching the stream, and take care.